Welcome back to another episode on the Ripple Effect server. I was playing around a little bit with my entrance and stuff. Just off camera, just, you know, on a slow Saturday, casually building. And I was running out of wood, so I started growing some. And I noticed I was running out of, what is it, bone meal? And I once discovered a skeleton farm, or a skeleton spawner on my place somewhere. So I thought we could start turning that into what is it, a bone farm? A little skeleton grinder. So let's go to it, because I already did a bunch of digging work. I figured that's gonna save me some time. So here it is. I already, as I said, did a bunch of digging work. I already did the water as well, and I sort of started laying out how it's gonna work. It seems like I did a lot, but it's really not that much. And then here is where the thing is gonna be. And last map I built a zombie grinder, which was kind of funny. It like crushed them in this little cabin and then spewed them out. So I thought I could make that one again, because it should work for skeletons as well. And I don't think 1.13 changed much the mechanics of how that worked. So I thought that could be a fun project to work on again. I already had this in mind for quite a while. I just didn't want to build it when I didn't really need it yet. But now I'm needing some bone meal and stuff. So I guess it's time to start building it. I'm just digging out here a little bit of stuff. Because last time I made a few mistakes. Well, I'll make one mistake of... so this will be the AFK room. And now it's directly under the spawner. And last time I went that way. So it was like really dodgy on how I would get the spawner to work. But if I make it like directly under the spawner, the room, I shouldn't have any issues with activating the spawner, which is nice. Alright, so I've resized the room a bit more. It's the same size as the spawner room now. And I also put in the redstone. I kind of wanted to do it slow and in bits, but it wasn't as much as I thought it was. And I just kind of copied it from last map. So I'll walk you through now how it sort of works. So I got, this is going to be a skeleton crusher. And all these pistons need blocks in front of it. So let's do that. For a bit. Oh. There we go. And then we got a weighted pressure plate in here, so we can sort of count entities. And then when we get... I think it was above like 20 or 21. This repeater will get activated, and we'll activate this dropper, which will shoot that redstone dust into this dropper. And then this dropper... well, there's two signals going from this dropper then. One is going this way, up leading to this piston, which will lock this chute, so no new skeletons can fall in. They'll get stopped. And then the other side will go to a timer, and this has 14 items in it, so it won't be that long. It's just for a few seconds. But let's see if we can get down here, because when this timer gets activated, no, wrong way, this redstone block moves here, which then leads into this repeater, and that activates this piston, which is the crusher. So this activates the crushing. So as long as the timer is running, it's crushing. And then when the timer is done, when it shifts back, so when the timer is, when it's done actually, it'll activate this block, which will activate this dropper, which will put an item in this hopper, which just gives a little short signal. And then we take that signal and we extend it a bit in this little section. And then again we split it off into two sides. And one side goes this way into this block, which powers this piston. Or depowers it, because it's already powered. Basically to open up the gap. And then this other signal leads back up and goes to that piston over there, which pushes out all the skeletons. And then the signal goes back to these two droppers and resets the whole system. And I guess a lot of people didn't follow that. So I'll just show you how this thing works. Which means we'll have to climb into the farm and turn off all the lights. Because I did one test with it to see if it worked out. And it did, which is nice. So let's give it another test. Get rid of the torches. Oh, there's already skeletons coming out. Gotta be quick. There we go. And then let's quickly put some protection up so they don't see us. And now we wait until the thing activates, which I think will go quite quick. Yeah, it's about like 21. When the 21st hits in there, it'll start working. I think it's about to go. Let's stand here. It's gonna be hard to see very well, I think. Maybe. Oh, this gives us an alright view. And that's why I called it the zombie spewer, although now it's a skeleton spewer. Let's quickly kill these guys off. And that works quite well. So now we can start decorate this thing, because this is ugly. And I guess I gotta disable the thing as well. So I'm gonna clean up these skeletons, disable the spawner again. And we'll continue on decorating this thing. Alright. When I had to light up the spawner room, I figured instead of torches I might as well place redstone lamps. So I built 4 columns of redstone lamps, which I think is kinda cool. I'll actually go up so you can see it better. There. And as I was here doing that, I thought I could make this floor into glass so it's kinda transparent. Which it's kind of a cool idea. I don't know how well you see the skeletons when it's actually dark in here. But I still think it could be fun. At least you can see, like, the spawner, probably. And, when it's lit up and stuff. The only downside is that I'm gonna have to decorate this room now. But I saw the glass does block the view quite a bit. So I don't think we'll have to decorate it that detailed. And then, obviously, I raised the roof of this. And we still have to decorate a bunch here. But I already hooked up the lights. There's like a dodgy path going up there. Let's see. Like up here. That leads to this lever which should power all the lights. Oh, they already start falling. So we'll have to hook that up somehow to a button or a lever somewhere. Go away. So I just sort of started decorating a little bit to help figure out where I can put the levers or the buttons that sort of control the lights and activate and deactivate the farm. I just put in like a simple slab floor. I had to do a half slab floor because I came back at some point. There was a slime hopping around here. So if I do half slabs, then at least there won't be any slime. Also, that's gonna help out with the lighting. Because obviously it's gotta be dark enough so the light from below here won't go through the glass and prevents any spawns from the spawner. Although I don't think that would happen anyway, but at least now I can keep it like really dark if I wanted to. This floor definitely is gonna change a bit though. I put in hoppers as well. And I thought it was funny, like, I didn't know what to do next to the glass. And I tried soul sand, because it has all the little skulls in it. Which kind of makes sense for a skeleton farm, right? So you get the skeletons and all the souls going out. And I just did a strip now, but I thought maybe, because we can't see really well through the glass anyway, except for like the bottom few blocks. Maybe I can just do that entire room in soul sand and sort of have an easy way out for that room. So I collected a ton of soul sand. Here's some more in the shulker box. I'm just gonna gonna change all those blocks for soul sand up here. So this is a bit of a change. Oh, this looks... I mean, it looks kind of nice actually, but it's a bit dull. I mean, it's so much the same. I didn't do the roof. I already had a little peek down. You don't see the roof anyway. Let's go down and have a look. There. So you do see it going up for a while, and then I don't know. I think around there or something, it's already not really visible. I mean, I don't see the roof, so I can keep it stone. I did make it all smooth stone though. There were a few ores in there, and I swapped them out. But it's now a true banky ceiling. No ceiling at all, which I like. It's not much effort. I also did the drop chute and sort of finished that little area. I think I'm just gonna continue this pattern all around, so I have like the bottom row offset by 1 as well. Then I can use those spots to put a bunch of chests. I don't know where I'm gonna put the on and off switch yet. I did think about this little entrance though, because it's still here now, and it's a tunnel. Well, you saw it in the intro. It's just like it connects weirdly. I thought maybe it could be fun that eventually, when my castle is done, I can have like a little basement, and I can connect it to here. I think that'll be pretty cool, but that's that requires me to finish the castle, or at least a bit more, so I know how to connect stuff to it. Because I also have the villager breeder to connect to it. So that's already like a few tunnels at a low level. So I think I can make like a cool dungeon sort of maze kind of thing eventually. But I don't know yet. I'm definitely not at that point yet. But that means the door's sort of gonna be over here. So this is gonna be closed. Then we got storage to deal with. And I'm not gonna save many arrows. I'll probably save like 1 chest. Just to have like some arrows. Just in case. And I'll have a bunch of chests for bones. And I kind of want to save the bows as well. Because you can combine them always nicely to have like finished bows. And I don't use mending. So that'll help me out quite a bit. Although I don't need a new bow quite regularly. But it's still nice to sort of save those. Also, the normal bows are nice for dispensers and that kind of stuff. So I kind of want to save those. But that means I'm going to have the armors as well. Which always takes a lot of place. So I think I can do like 1 wall and have like a few chests for bones. Because they don't take that many places. And have 1 wall like fully dedicated to the gear. And have like a lot of chests for it as well. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll use this wall, and I'll probably have like what? I'll go. Actually, I'll have to play around with that. And if I keep this sort of thing going, only having 2 chests each time, so that would be what? 2 there, and there. Ooh, that could actually work out quite nice. Then I could do the same on here, but save the middle spot for the button. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. Alright, so we figured it out. Yeah. Alright, chests on this side. And do the same on the other side. And then leave the middle bit for the button. That means it's gonna be a bit... What is it? It's gonna be a square of 4, which is a little bit annoying, because the button is only 1. We'll make it symmetrical, that'll work out. I'll hook up 2 buttons and make them both work. And then I'll have the door here. Alright, so that's the plan. Let's get working on it. Okay. I think I sort of finished the room. Well, there's still a bunch of random stuff going on here. But this is going to be the tunnel eventually, so I don't think I'll be able to decorate this yet. I had to change my initial design a little bit, because it wouldn't match up with the pillars and all that if I did sections of 2 wide. But actually don't mind it too much. And instead of having the on-off switch in the middle here, I put them here. They're not working yet, but I'm gonna hook these both up to the same sort of switch that'll turn on and off the farm. I will also hook it up to make the crusher run, so that any remaining skeletons will get crushed and sent into this little killing area. I also hooked up the chests to a sorting system, which isn't too fancy. It's just a simple basic sorting system. Bones on this side and arrows on this side. And then all the remaining stuff goes to the end there. Which is kind of nice. And that leaves us to do only one thing, which is hook up the on and off switches, I guess. Alright, I started hooking up the buttons. I already hooked them up both to the same sort of input. So they just have a redstone line connecting. I placed a little test button here. I make the... What is it? The button pulse. I make it just a short single... What is it? A single tick pulse, I think. Like a little short pulse. And then that goes to a dropper configuration, which is always a nice sort of switch kind of thing. I like to use this setup. And how it works is I just send a signal to both the droppers. But first to this one and then to this one. And to make sure that, because in this case the item is in here. And if this one would get the pulse first and then this one, then it would just always end up back in here, which is not what we want. So I put a redstone torch here, which is powered on now. And that gets a signal into this repeater, which locks this one, so the signal doesn't come through. So now it should just go to that hopper or dropper without an issue. And then the torch turns off and, you know, that's all fine now. And if I push it again, it doesn't matter that this one gets a pulse first, because, you know, it's already in this one. I hope you guys can follow that. I could have used like pistons and stuff, but I don't like the noise of the moving pistons all that much. And now this should just be as simple as hooking it up to the lights, because this is already an on signal, so I can just directly hook it up. I should get more redstone for that actually. Alright, so the lights should be working now. So let's give it a test. We push the button, the light should go off. Yes, there we go. Oh, and immediately stuff spawns. Let's turn it back on, because we don't want to run it now. Because that's one last thing I want to do. Because as you noticed, I turned it on now, and a few still fell in. And they're stuck there now, which is annoying. So I wanted to hook up, when it turns on, that it also triggers the crushing mechanism. And which is back here, so let's go in there. That's going to be my maintenance entrance. Let's see, here's where the lights, this is like the line for the light. Comes down here and ends up here. And this is the input from the pressure plate. So if I push this button, it starts the crushing system. There we go. So if I hook up that signal to this block, that should be it. That's pretty much what should be it. Although I probably should make it into a pulse to make sure that it isn't a continuous signal, because that might mess up things. I already have some stuff here. Let's see, how do we hook this up? What if I do that? Put that thing there. And one of those. And one of those. And then that. I think that should work. Well, let's give it a test, I guess. Those guys can stay for a bit. It should turn off. Hopefully skeletons spawn really quickly again. Oh, yeah, they already did. Let's turn it off. It didn't trigger? Hang on, let's do this so we can just walk it. So why did it not trigger? Let's see if I turn it off. Yeah. Yeah, this is all off. Yeah, that would help to put an item in there. That's, yeah. Alright, let's try again. There we go. Well. Yeah, that was a bit of a derp. Forgot to put the item in. Okay, so that's it. That's it all working, actually. That's pretty awesome. So let's kill off these guys. Get some experience. Enjoy the clicking sound of the droppers. I mean, this is it. Yeah, awesome. Let's close this off, because this will be the tunnel in the future. We don't need that. Actually, we do need this, because that's our exit. Let's give it a full run. Sweet, that all still works. It was kind of nice to see that the blocking, what is it? The blocking block, to make sure that nothing falls in while it's crushing works as well. That's pretty sweet. Alright, now we've waited a little bit, so let's turn it on again, see if that all still works like it should. It does. Although I see we missed one guy. That's alright though. I mean, he'll despawn or I'll just kill him manually. There we go. I don't think these guys are on one. No, they're not on one hit with bare fist, but definitely with a sword. I mean, you can't crush for too long because they'll start dying and stuff. Let's see if we can. There we go. Sweet. Alright, that's this finished. Had a few like collect to go to make a nice screenshot for the thumbnail. And they just randomly started attacking each other. Ah, I guess because I jumped too high and someone saw me. I guess we just watched this slaughtering. That was awesome. Oh, sweet. Alright, but that's gonna be it for the episode. We made a nice skeleton grinder. This should supply all my bone needs. I definitely enjoyed making this episode. It's nice doing redstone again. I haven't done that in a while. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next week.